Alright, Monkey Sighting, Part 3. Defeat all enemies within one turn, complete what I have to continue, and equip the Starlight Keyblade. Black Gummy Copter level 144. Alright, so let's take it for a ride. I'm gonna take it for a ride. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 fans? This one has a ton of huge enemies for some reason. Well, not a ton, but like several. This is ungilted. Look what this thing can do. That's not even with the attack skill proccing. Sora and Donald and Goofy B that I got from the last high score challenge. Pretty strong, ungilted, to be honest. Pretty strong. So yeah, we don't have to do anything special here. Just beat every enemy. I'm going to be showcasing this medal. It's crazy strong. It deals 7 extremely powerful hits that ignore attributes. I love the animation, how fast that Keyblade like swirls. Just swirls around the enemy and murders it to death. Beautiful. Mickey and Brooms come out, I will guilt you, my friend, and you will be really, really strong. This medal makes you want to sing Papa Roach, getting away with murder. Getting away. And that's it. Here's our final enemy. Let's numb his pain with some Novocaine. Alright, so we're done with Monkey Sighting, Part 3, and now we're on to Part 4, the Dreadful Dunes map. A map you should be familiar with. Defeat all enemies within one turn, use 10 or more special attacks, and defeat the Fat Bandit within one turn, Aerial Knocker. So because we have to do so many special attacks, I'm going to use my Divine Rose with the Minnie Mouse. Because Minnie and Daisy is 0, and 0 is nice at keeping stuff. Oh great, it's an egg guy. Well, that changes plans a little bit. I gotta do 12 hits to kill these guys. There we go. Yeah, well, that got us 2 specials off the bat. Been annoyed with that, to be honest. 3, 4. Don't worry, there's plenty of enemies to get specials out on. I could literally just do this and the mini to every one of them and make it. That's 6. In total. 7, 8, 'Yep, there's a new area. So that means more enemies. 9, and here's our 10 already. And if the egg guy wasn't here, well, guess what? There's still more enemies. We could do 9, 10 on him. And his fat buddy. Oh, there's the Fat Bandit. We're gonna Nova this one because He has his big buddy. Protecting the little treasure chest. Nothing up on the rock, so we'll just get to our final enemy. So yeah, see, there's plenty of enemies to get your special. I recommend 1 gauge or SP1 or 2 on the high cost metals, and as many 0 metals if you want to fit on a keyblade just for fluff. There you go. Okay, this one would have gave you another 250 jewels and 200,000 money because it's another 5. So we have 5 left to go. So 566, defeat all enemies with the 1 turn, complete within 15 turns. That just means 1 turn everything and you'll get it, no problem. And collect 700 or more Lux. Defender 145. Usually when they have complete within X amount of turns, the enemies are going to be difficult for some people. But they're really not as hard as you might think. The game wants you to think they're tough. Like, you know, there's a big guy right here. And I'm barely trying against them. I didn't even use any strong metals. There's a lot of large armors here for some reason. That's already 2 turns. It's 1 turn per enemy. Per enemy set. Another treasure chest hidden here again. This time we go up. That's new. We never went past this point. And look at that. We're in a new area. And this is where we end for this level. So there's not even 15 enemies here. So we definitely got that 700 Lux. Got it within 15 turns, no problem. And now we have the story update. Monkey Sighting, Part 6. And look, it's the Power Wilds from Tarzan's world. God bless that world that we'll never see again in Kingdom Hearts. Because people gotta sue. Or take their legal rights back for their IPs. Meh. Defeat all enemies at 1 turn. Complete without having to continue. And equip the 3 Wishes Keyblade. Power Wild 145. And we're in the Starless Sands. We use this. And you might recognize this area from Kingdom Hearts 2. It looks very similar to me, so I think it's the same place. Wonderful, there's an egg guy here. Alright, Jack and Sally will handle you because it does 11 hits. Good. The monkeys are not strong. I haven't got hit by one, so I don't know how they deal in damage, but they're not strong here. Nothing here. There's a bunch of monkeys. And I do mean a bunch. So be wise with your gauge. Try to use as little specials as you can. Be strong with them though. They do have gauge boxes up top, which I will be partaking in after this fight. And there's one over here. So let's just get back to normal. You guys know I don't like being at low gauge. And here's your final boss, which I can just Nova. And here's our story. I was so sure I found him this time. Hey, don't worry, I'm not giving up. There's one place I want to check again. Problem is, it's so far from town by the time we get there, it'll be dark and we'll end up walking in circles. That was a weird hop. But hey, they say two heads are better than one. Would you mind coming with me? Yep. Great, let's go. Unfortunately, that's our last story piece until the next story update. Not the last mission, there's 3 more is ahead, but we don't get any more clips from this point on. Now, interesting thing about these next places, they could be a little confusing, but I already I'll give you my best advice on them. So here's the first one. In the Dark Part 1. Defeat all enemies within 1 turn, use 5 or more special attacks, and trigger the skill Paralysis. Another annoying trigger skill type 1, but trust me, there's plenty of enemies for you to get your chance. Red Bandit level 145. And just to reiterate, there is no more story on this story update. That 567 had the last clip on it. Okay, let's dive on in. We're going to be using the Lady Luck, and I have my paralysis maker right here. I've been using her for a long time in this game of paralysis. So, this place is pretty much identically mapped 4 areas of sand. It's really long. There's 1 here, 1 below it, and there's 1 here and 1 below it. So there's 4. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to visit every single one of them because you need to get all the enemies. Because this place is so big, I might fast forward any walking that doesn't have enemies appearing. So I'll be quiet until something happens, and you might see this go a little faster. Oh, wait, yeah, got one right there. No paralysis yet. Plenty of enemies left. So you saw there's a down and there's an up. I mean, an over. So we could take this path or the other path. You're going to have to go every single one of them. So we'll do this one first. Got the paralysis proc. Now we don't have to worry about that objective anymore. Now the boss is right below us, so we're going to backtrack and start from downwards. Go all the way this way, and we check the terrain for enemies. I think I already got 3 special attacks done. Just gotta get like 2 more. There, that should be up to 5. I'll do 2 more on the next enemy just to be safe, because I miscounted. We definitely got the 5 now. So now we have every objective except for defeat all enemies in 1 turn. It's a really big map. And there's your enemy, but you want to check all the way to the end just to be safe that there's no one hidden. Okay, but there is a chest over here. I wish they sped up the running a little bit. Alright, it looks clear. You can finish off this final enemy and go to the next mission. Now be warned, 569 is probably one of the most annoying missions just because of the nature of it. Okay, so like the last place, it's layered, but there's 9 places now. There's 3, then 3 below it, and then 3 below that. And your final boss is going to be, I think, on the bottom middle. But you have to go through all 9 if you want to get all the enemies in the 1 turn. So that's this objective. Complete would have to continue, that's one thing. You're going to have to fight this mission again a second time, which we will do, and I'll show you the shortest shortcut to the boss. That's completing within 4 battles. 4 battles just means fighting 4 sets of Heartless. Minimum. But there's tons, so we're going to have to do that on a second playthrough, which we will do. So let's get to the Fire Plant 145. Same build. We're going to be running this way, all the way over, then down and back, and then over again. So again, I'm going to fast forward any redundant stuff a little bit, so I won't be talking for this one. I'm just going to be speeding it up because this place is friggin' huge. We're going to do our up and down strategy to make sure we hit all enemies. Alright, here we go. Okay, so in this corner it's going to get a little laggy because there are several of these blue copter fleet level 145s around. Be warned, if you want that objective, you're going to have to kill them all. They're not that strong though. It seems the enemies aren't hidden in this one, so you don't have to worry about making them pop up like before. But I do it just to show you. Oops, did not mean to go down. See, there's another one right here. I think there's 3 or 4 of these guys. And now we have, here's a third. And considering we're walking a little more clean without the graphics messing up, I think that's all of them. So there was only 3. And now we're going down for our final 3 areas. Alright, back to fast forwarding. So this whole area seemed to be only treasure. And we're at our boss, which is in the second one, like I said, but we still have one more to go to, so we're going to have to go all the way over, because there are enemies in the third one, and they're red enemies, so green will have a disadvantage here, so make sure you have something that can do damage well to them, because there's a bunch of power wilds in this place. Forgot that was a single target. I took the wrong medal. So it would have been smart of me to bring a waff with me for this, but I did not remember. Nor did I remember that Axel was not an AoE, so kind of screwed myself over a little bit. Whoops. Be careful of those arrows. There's another one. It's 3 sets so far. Four sets. And that's it. Now we go and finish our boss. Long level, right guys? Now you know why I fast forwarded what I did. Yeah, so the most dangerous thing about this level is the copter fleets and the power wilds, because you're a speed build, you're not likely going to have stuff for power. Okay guys, now it's time to do the complete within 4 battles, and I'm going to do this as fast as I can. So you want to go down. It's going to get a little laggy because those damn copter fleets are down here. So let's go all the way over this way. And your boss is right there. So that's down, over, down. Down, over, down. That's the quickest way to do it. Alright, that would give you this. And now we can move on. Alright, so here we go. The final mission and the final boss Into the Dark Part 3. Complete within 2 turns. Avatar coins. Complete within 2 turns. A title, and complete without having to continue. You get mithril shards. A mithril shard. Cannoned Camel. So, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you a screenshot of what the title is and everything at the end of this fight. And all the rewards you get for it. Alright, so let's jump on in. There's no story part to it. Bring in the Divine Rose because it's my strongest key. There's a box if you need it. And he's with 3 other enemies, which is copies of him, but he has plus 27 health bars. Are we scared? You bet your ass we're not. One turn. So, here I'm going to show you the screenshot. You get 250 jewels, you get your mithril shard, you get the title, and an orichalcum. And your title is One and Only. So, that's pretty much it. That is our new story update. We are left with questions because we did not find a boo. So, who knows what the hell's going on? Kind of dickish to stop right there, but yeah, until next time we have to wait like another month to find out, will he find a boo? I don't know. Alright guys, next update. See ya.